The other question I wanted to ask you, David, like a proper Englishman, you've done loads of travel.
Yeah.
You've been to something like 40 countries.
About 55 now.
Yeah, clocking up even more. And that's an awful lot of people to meet. Have you personally met people and you've said to yourself, after that long interim, when you had to be in the desert on your own, you know, the equivalent of the 40 nights, and yeah, has it become a moment where you've gone, forgetting it, it's happening? With just maybe something what someone said to you in a shop as you're buying a newspaper or whatever. Not that you buy newspapers.
Well, that's I do buy a newspaper. I want to know what they want us to believe.
That's what my mum used to say. I go, why'd you get the Express, Mum? And why'd you get the Mirror? She said, we get the Express to find out what the enemy's thinking.
That's happened to me a number of times in the last 2 years, where people who are in jobs and are of a certain, personality type that you think would not be interested in any of this stuff, who've come up to you and started talking about it. It's happened to me so many times that it's like you can't ignore something's going on here.
Yeah.
Something is stirring because people...
You felt that quickening?
Yeah, very much so, even more now than ever. So I should, because it is quickening. It's not just quickening and stopping. It's an ongoing thing. But and there'll be a point where the new epoch information will tip and become the dominant one in this reality as the other one fades out.
Yeah.
And that's when the control system comes down big time. It's seeing people that a few years ago would have laughed in your face.
Yeah.
Because when I...
you started 20 years ago and you had Thatcher on the world stage, and anyone who thought the way you thought, they used to accuse you of being airy-fairy.
Yeah, or crazy and
that
mad.
That was the one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I always remember that getting tangled in front of us.
When I in the couple of years or 3 years after the Wogan show, when I was mass ridiculed on national television, I couldn't go in a bar. It was just uproar, and I couldn't walk down the street without being laughed at and pointed at, and my kids were laughed at school and all that stuff. And now I'm seeing people who laughed at me, or the kind of people that laughed at me, looking seriously at the information.
So did you have like a living example of the truth comes in 3 stages? First, they laugh at you, then they attack you, and then it's self-evident.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had all that, yeah. I've heard people say, I told you it was right, who I knew were ridiculing me like hell at one point. I thought, yeah, sure you did. But I'm not sitting here as the righteous one on the saying I know everything. This is an ongoing thing. It's like Socrates is supposed to have said, wisdom is knowing how little we know and keeps your mind open. But for sure, the themes of what I've been literally guided and handed the pieces in over 2 decades are proving themselves now.